Alright guys, gals, and everything in between. So, the background probably is an indicator that some things are happening and things are changing. Um, and for the good. I've been saying it for months, and a lot of it finally happened, and probably within the next day to 2 days, you're going to get a massive video about it. And I'm really excited. Been producing it for a little bit. And yeah, but that's why you didn't get a review of Shut In on the day of its premiere. So now let's give it its day in court here at the Scott's Thoughts. And yeah, let's fucking do this. I'm feeling motivated, baby. Alright guys, gals, and everything in between, I'm here today to review for you Shut In. So Shut In is the film by the Daily Wire. It's technically their first originally produced film. As you know, last year they had Run, Hide, Fight, which they purchased from somebody else. Now they're teaming up with Bonfire Legend to actually make something of their own completely. And that film was Shut In, and it is directed by DJ Caruso, and it stars Rainey Qualley, Jake Horowitz, and Vincent Gallo. There's a woman, she's a young mom, she's in recovery, she's trying to heal in her life and really get a good start. And then her very toxic ex-husband is trying to get into the mix, and his friend, whom we will call a fucking pedophile. They are involved, and their daughter and her are trying to get out and survive while she's trapped in a pantry. So you not only get the claustrophobia genre of thriller, you get the just sheer peril of, like, inability to escape genre. Combined, smash that into one and you have Shut In, and lordy, this was a doozy. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time, completely pins and needles. It's shot perfectly. I mean, you feel that she's trapped. You feel every single angle of this movie. And also, Vincent Gallo in particular absolutely just nailed every bit of this film in terms of just being creepy and being... I needed a shower after watching it, and that's credit to his acting talent. He did absolutely amazing. I was blown away by every scene he was in, and it also made the conflicts all the more worth it. Like, when they're actually at odds, you're sitting there going, oh my god, you're cheering for our hero to win, and win well. They do a good job. You could say they play the... They do a good job. You could say they play the victim card a little too heavily on it's easy to cheer for a mom fighting for her daughter and her's life. But at the same time, that's something out of real life, and it works for the movie. I never once was like, oh, well, they're going to go that angle. I just said, oh, okay, this is the story avenue. You see the difference I'm vocalizing here? And again, largely the film, the film really takes place in one house. So it's a low-budget film that takes place in one house. How do you make that compelling? Well, you get DJ Caruso to direct the shit out of the movie, and he does a great job. His angles that he has when she's trapped inside of the pantry are compelling. And you feel trapped, and you yourself are thinking of ways you would get out. And then if she's plotting ideas, you're sitting there going, actually, that makes sense. It's not like one of those movies where randomly the everyday hero just comes up with an idea that's genius. No, she's actually just trying to practically think it through. It's a practical movie. It makes sense for the role, and it works very, very, very well. Our main antagonist, again, he's creepy. He plays a pedophile, so if you're sensitive to that kind of material, you might pull back a little bit. But again, I think it's worth it because you're watching this character overcome the most vile and disgusting of humans. Did Daily Wire knock this out of the park? Yes. I mean, I was 100% glued to my TV. I felt every single moment and said, this is insane. It is incredible. I was wowed. And actually, at first I thought maybe Andrew Klavan had a little more say in the storytelling process, but as far as I can tell, he hasn't, because he wrote a book back in the day that is really, really good called A Killer in the Wind. And you absolutely should read it. And it's just, I don't know. This was a Daily Wire testament of love, of they actually mean business when they say they're going to make these movies and really want to just say this is the anti-Hollywood. They're making the other Hollywood. And I respect it. And I thought it was really great. The moral of the story was honestly very touching. There was a spot that while it's not always on the plane I agree with, or in terms of like avenue of life I agree with, I sat there and went, you know what? That was a great scene. That was a powerful scene, and I respect that scene. It's very well done. And that was going into the second to third act. And it has to do with a major story catalyst involving money, and just the way they approached it was done so well that even though a lot of it isn't where I morally would have gone, I respected where they went with it. So they took some bold risks, in my opinion, on this film, and it absolutely paid off. So I will say, folks, guys, gals, and everything in between, Shut In is absolutely big screen worthy. And I will say already, I've seen 2 movies this year. Behind on my quota, gotta up those numbers. I will say though that this was so compelling on a thriller level, it no matter what will be a contender for the top 10 movies of the year, because it literally gave me goosebumps, and it takes a lot for a film to do that. So respect to you, Shut In. You absolutely nailed it. Good job, Daily Wire. You can check it out on their streaming services. Film's amazing. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I got plenty more videos coming to you, including a big one about the whole life thing. Love you guys.